Unpopular opinion, but if he doesn't take me to Ruth's Chris on the first date, he's not the one. He's not getting a second.
Wow. Ouch. Well, I don't know what to say.
Other than you agree, that's what you want to say.
To stay out of trouble, I guess I will have to agree.
Power of being a female.
Yes. So let's see today's video.
Look at him. Y'all see this? Look at me. Y'all see how I look right now? This man that brought me on a date to Shake Shack. Like, of all places. Look at him.
Wow.
Bro,
You got all them
like
chains
that
and stuff
girl.
like that on your neck.
Just like that girl. But
She might not have been wrong.
Shake Shack is nothing wrong. Then you order the chicken sandwich and stuff. Like, it's nothing wrong with Shake Shack. Shake Shack is a good spot.
Really? So you could have took me nowhere else better than Shake Shack.
And Shake Shack is a good spot to go
I mean, this is what you got me.
Any
That's
female would have loved to go to Shake Shack.
You got 2 sandwiches and a drink.
So what? And it cost me $50 for just this.
This cost you $50.
$50. It cost me $50.
Let me see the receipt.
You ain't got to see the receipt. That's how much it costs. You act like you ungrateful. That's why I don't even like going on dates and stuff like that.
I mean, you be going out spending hundreds of thousands at the club and stuff like that. I don't see why I gotta come to Shake Shack.
But the thing about it is this is lunch. You feel me? You said let's go out for lunch. Surprise me, and I took you to Shake Shack. And this is how you act.
And that's the best surprise you could have got. Go ahead, start recording. I'm already in there.
I'm gonna show the internet.
Yeah, show them. Show them.
But you want to order like you still order like you want to eat. You still about to eat.
I ain't say the food was nasty. I just said I wanted something else.
You wanted to go to what? Where you want to go? Where do you want to go?
I mean, shoot. I mean, right here in the South Side. I mean, all these fancy restaurants over here. We couldn't have got something that at least gave me some silverware.
We could have went that for dinner.
Okay, but check this out. Check this out, though. Hold on. I'm about to prove a point, though. Pick up your fork. Let me see your fork.
Not so good.
That's how shit.
That's a fork. That's a fork.
This is how shit.
Hold on, this is much better than.
You don't even need a fork. This is bougie. Like that's bougie.
All right.
Wow.
What a video.
Wow. First of all, she's ungrateful. Second of all, Shake Shack.
There you go.
Is not cheap.
It's not.
And it was a nice lunch. I mean, it's lunch. It's a nice big fat burger, nice fries, and she wanted silverware. It's not good enough because there's no silverware.
What's ironic is that the little toothpick thing that they put in the French fries, she said that was the fork. I was so confused with that one.
And see, and this is the problem. The expectations of women, modern women these days. And it's like the first date is supposed to be, if this is the first date, the expectation being, oh, you got to drop, $50, $100, $150 to $300.
Oh my goodness.
On the first date.
Like, I don't even know if I like you. Why would I drop that much money on you?
Because, some of these women are looking for a meal that they can
free meal,
a free meal, regardless of how they feel about their date. They're going to eat well, and they're going to eat well at the expense of their date.
Right, exactly.
And
as it should be.
It's like a rotation, of dates. Like, okay, this dude, I'm swipe right or left, whatever it is on Tinder or Humble, Bumble, whatever. And,
is Humble the Christian version of Bumble?
I will hope so. Then you swipe up or down.
Up if they're going to heaven.
That's right. Down. And so there's this, I mean, women are, this is anecdotal, but women are going on these apps and, oh, this dude looks like he could take me out to lunch on this day.
Right.
This dude could take me out to lunch on this day. This one could take me to dinner on this day. Or maybe this one I'll have coffee with or something like that. Right now it's just becoming the meal ticket.
Well, I agree and disagree what you're saying. So I definitely agree that there are some women where they just use these dates as an opportunity just to get a free meal out of it. However, one thing that's really interesting is that my generation just doesn't date. like, not to put my family's business out there, but some of the teenage young men in my family, they just stay home, play video games, and they don't go out. I mean, there's times where I'm begging them. I'm like, y'all, go out, go and date. I want some nieces, nephews, some little cousins, and yet y'all are not dating, and it disappoints me.
I'm sorry, there's some straight trash out there on both sides.
Oh, yes,
From
on both
from my
sides. Yes.
observation, I am first of all, I'm too old to be in the dating pool. Second of all,
That's why
I
you're an
have a
engaged man.
fiance.
There you
Exactly, I'm
go.
engaged.
Tell him.
But in my time when I was dating, we didn't have social media, and if there was a young lady that I was interested in, I'll muster up the courage to approach that person. A lot of times she was approaching me, she was shooting her shot, and would say,
Flex.
"Hey, yeah, oh yeah, I got it going on, I guess." Right.
That's what we
Eh,
need to put in the description box. Disclaimer: he's engaged, ladies.
yes, yes.
Don't slide into his DMs.
Lord, no, I do not need that. I do
Because
not.
his fiance will come and get you.
She'll cut you. But anyway, uh, plus I'm falling apart. Um, so back in the day, you know, the first date was like maybe a walk in the
Mhm.
park or go to a coffee shop and
Right.
have coffee, maybe a sandwich or something like that. But the expectation now is that, oh man, you got to go above and beyond
Mhm.
what was done in the past. Going to a Ruth's Chris, going to an
Right.
expensive steakhouse, or that's just
Mhm.
mind-boggling,
Right.
mind-boggling. And you got to mortgage your house or sell your car, just for a
Just
dinner
for a
with
meal.
someone you're just trying to get to know.
Mhm.
And the ungratefulness, the tone in this particular video is disheartening, because obviously the young man gave an effort, and
Oh yeah,
whether this was a
absolutely.
first date or a second date or whatever, he made an effort. Again, Shake Shack is not cheap.
Oh yeah. No, I actually went there last week with my boyfriend.
Okay.
And well, I picked up the bill and I wasn't too
Look at
happy.
you.
I know,
Ah,
right? I was like,
oh well.
oh, oh. I
Okay.
was putting my credit card in. I was like, ugh, ugh,
Uh-huh.
ugh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And with the tip, it was $47. Keep in mind, we got two sandwiches, so one for each of us.
Okay.
This woman got two sandwiches just by herself. My
Mm-mm.
goodness.
Yeah, she was bringing one home for her baby.
Her
Probably,
baby.
probably, sharing it with her baby and the baby daddy. And that's another thing too.
Is that baby mama drama?
Exactly. We don't know. We don't know.
Yes, please. We are not making any
However,
assumptions.
that's a possibility, but she'll have to, comment on our
Right.
content and give her side of the story. But however, guys are done. Like you
Mhm.
said, you know, young men just aren't interested in dating
Well,
anymore.
I think it's just our generation as a whole, because one thing that, I didn't even realize until one of my professors from UCF told me this. She told me, she said, your generation just doesn't date. And
Hmm.
she's mentioned this several times in some of her lessons. And it's really disheartening just to think that our generation just does not date at all. So a part of me wonders, is that the reason why some modern women, why they have such high expectations? Because they just don't do it. So therefore they
That's
just
a good
don't
point.
know what to expect.
That's a good point.
And it really saddens me. I mean, this video, yes, I know that we're laughing, and I mean it is pretty comical to see how some people act, but in actuality, instead of making me angry, I think it just saddens me, because a harsh world, especially a harsh world for women, does create hardness in a woman's heart. And you can definitely see that this woman's heart is definitely hardened. I know
Yes.
I know that any woman in a relationship can relate to this. When your heart hardens, that's pretty much the end of the relationship.
But is that our issue as the guy? Is that our issue? If I'm
Mhm.
doing what I'm supposed to be doing it with whom I'm supposed to be doing it
Mhm.
with, and taking care of business and on my purpose, the woman that I'm trying to court or am with,
Right.
I'm wanting her to be on that same page with me.
Right.
And if I'm honestly truly trying to do what a man is supposed to be doing for his lady, show some appreciation. Not every day is going to be,
Mhm.
a fancy restaurant,
Exactly.
with silverware.
Mhm.
I for me, I think for my fiance in the years that we've been dating,
Yeah.
I think I could count on one hand where she had to pick up the tab.
Mhm.
Wow.
And usually it's for like, a $3 bottle of water or something like that, or, for, $5 for this or that. She's
Right.
offered. However, I come from a generation where, the guy picks up the tab,
Right.
and that's just my nature, and I've done that with dates and things like that, and I've had, near knockdown conversations with women in the past
As
about
you
picking up the
should.
tab.
Oh,
Exactly.
I thought it was. Never mind.
Right, but it's not an ego thing or anything
Oh,
like
no,
that,
no, 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 you're good.
but my parents raised me to be that way, and I'm just hoping that the young lady that I was with or whatever saw me for what I am, not
Mhm.
what I can provide.
I think that in today's society, especially us young ladies, there's so much thrown at us. You're supposed to be the hardworking woman that climbs the corporate ladders. And at times it's stressful. I mean,
Right.
it is so stressful because you're struggling with this. I sort of have this desire of, maybe possibly settling down, maybe possibly becoming a wife, but I just want to sort of push that aside because that's not the societal norm anymore. And in a way, because we're not able to express those feminine desires that we have, in a way, it just turns into this bitterness. And it doesn't necessarily matter what the man does. It's just we have this hardened heart that we have to take care of ourselves. I started reading this one book. It's called The Power of a Praying Wife. I 110% recommend this book. Please, ladies, if you want to get if you even want to settle down with the man, even if you're single, I'm technically single because I'm not married, and I read that book. And it is so incredible. It opens up your eyes to the fact that as a woman, I have the power to change my relationship, to change my man if I want to, because I'm praying to a God that can actually change him.
Right. Is that TD Jakes now publication, or I'm trying to think who the
I
author
can't
is.
think of who the author is. In fact, I can actually quickly look it up.
No
She
problem.
is a young lady.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yes. If you guys would like, we can actually put the author's name in the comment section below. However, she is so incredible. I think that she even has a book called The Power of a Praying Man or Husband. And her series are just incredible. And they really show you just how much you really just need to rely on your spirituality in order to actually get through this this awful time in your relationship.
I I guess one of the things that I'm concerned about,
Mhm.
as far as what you said, and being you know, the power boss chick,
Yes.
right? And Stormy O'Martin.
Yes.
That's it. Okay.
Yes, that's the author's name, Stormy or Martin.
Okay. We'll make sure we put the author's name in the description. I, my concern is, as women, first, I mean, men built the world, men
Right.
run the world, and we shoulder the burdens of the world on our shoulders. And and I say this to my fiance a lot. Say, do you really want to work as hard as you're working to come home and be tired and not be able to enjoy the rest of your day? When allow your man to take care of you, and let him shoulder that burden, let him go out and slay the dragon. I think many women could just smile and her man
Right.
will move mountains for
Oh.
her. And I'm thinking, if you had the opportunity to not have to work, not have to be the boss chick, not have to, struggle and be tired and juggle all that,
Mhm.
and just be a wife and a mother, would you rather do that than, climb this corporate ladder?
Well, it seems like young women, especially my generation, it seems like we are starting to wake up and think, this feminism stuff, something ain't right with this.
Right.
And it seems like a lot of women are now tapping into their femininity. However, you think about society. There is no way that our generation can survive on one income.
That's
It doesn't
true.
matter how many jobs that man works, there's just no way that we can actually survive on one income. So in a way, it's almost like we're sort of forced into that of where you almost have to slay the dragons and all that stuff simply because you're trying to survive.
Also, because what the lifestyles that we want to lead.
Right.
We got to have, the nicest clothes, the nicest cars. We have to have two,
Exactly.
Range Rovers in the brand new house, and got to have the designer clothes
Mhm.
and furniture and silverware. Um,
You didn't
and,
have to do that, David.
and and I guess if we lived within our means, perhaps you wouldn't have to have those high powered, high paying jobs to live the kind of lifestyle you want to live. I remember when I attended Lake Forest College in
Mhm.
Illinois, and Lake Forest is a very affluent community. And I would visit friends and their friends' homes in the community,
Mhm.
kids who, young people who, what's the word, commuted to school,
Mhm.
or some of the seniors in high school.
Right.
And I would go into these really big homes, mansions,
Mhm.
and this is where I learned the meaning of all hat, no cattle. These huge
Mhm.
homes that were not furnished,
Wow.
no furniture. However, you got the big house and you're living the lifestyle,
Right.
but you can't live the lifestyle that you really really try to show on the outside, when the inside is just not, it's just not there.
Mm. It's
And
very
so
interesting.
I think balancing what's really important, family versus
Mhm.
you know worldly goods and things, um and maybe working it out where the mom can stay at home
Mhm.
and raise the children. I at one point had 4 jobs,
Wow.
and
How are you even alive?
that in itself will is a long story. 4 jobs, it scaled back to 3,
Mhm. Oh,
and
you're scaling back now. Only
yeah,
3.
at that time, and I was rarely home. I worked
Wow.
overnights on the weekends, but it allowed my wife to stay home with our 3 boys.
Mhm.
And yes, it did affect my health and everything. However, I was used to my 2 parents, working outside the home,
Mhm.
and I saw some
Right.
benefit in that. I saw some drawbacks. Um, I saw huge benefits versus the I saw huge benefits of my wife at the time staying home with the boys.
Okay.
Huge. They totally outweighed, any drawbacks.
Mhm.
And I was more than happy to work and do what I needed to do to provide for my family, as long as they were being raised by the woman I decided to marry and have my children with. Because at the time, I knew what daycares and daycare providers were about, and it wasn't the best situation, I think, for children to be
Oh,
raised
yeah.
in.
Absolutely.
So I know that was a tangent. Sorry about that.
No, you're all good. But it just kind of brought to mind of, whenever we think about this economy specifically, because I don't necessarily think that it's, our generation wants all those things. I mean, of course, we do desire it. However, we also know that with our circumstances, we cannot simply afford that. And I'm thinking about, even just my family, back in the day, we used to shop at Publix.
Okay.
Now we shop at Aldi's.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Oh
Exactly.
my goodness.
Everybody's at Aldi's now.
Everybody's at Aldi's. Yes. Yes.
So I think about, just how much times have changed, even in just my generation,
Hmm.
which, I'm only 19 years old, you know?
Yes. And I'm 29.
There you go. But I think about, just how much society has changed and how much, us young people, it's really hard to live on, the salaries that we have and just how much life is just expensive now. So, I mean, I see where you're saying. And, of course, God will make a way. If that's your life's calling, He will
True.
certainly make a way.
Always.
However, isn't necessarily feasible for every single family. I'm just not sure about
Right,
that.
right. And I was just generalizing, and
Right.
we do a lot of generalizing. However, God will make a way. One door closes, two doors are open by
There you
God.
go.
And it's what we make of our situations. If you go into a relationship prepared, no
Absolutely.
debt, no liabilities,
Oof.
and that helps.
It does.
That broadens your decisions that you're able to make.
Absolutely.
You want my final thought?
Yep. What's your final thought?
Dating world is trash. Trash. Oh my God,
Stay
the
away.
garbage on the internet. I was looking. We started. We're starting our TikTok for J&W, and I started my profile, an official profile, and I'm following just 3 folks: J&W, Chardo Richardson. Hey, Chardo.
Hey, Chardo.
And a professor out of UCLA, I think, on well-being and health. And I'm going through my feed. It's a bunch of women in their boobies in their butts. Really? Now I see why there's a mental health crisis here in America. My final word.
Because of boobies and butts.
Too much boobies and butts.
And that leads to my final thought of, ladies, please have respect for yourselves. Don't act like this woman, okay? And always keep on checking yourself, okay? And the same goes for you men too, okay?
Yeah,
I'm only
we have a
calling out the
responsibility.
ladies because I'm a lady myself. However, we have so much power, ladies. Just like how I was talking about the power of a praying wife, it is so true. The more that you pray, the more that you meditate on your circumstances, the more that you're going to see that eventually things are going to happen for you. And that is my final word.
Awesome. Hey, if you enjoyed what you heard, or if you didn't,
Especially if you didn't.
We want to know. Comment, definitely comment. We want to hear what you have
Absolutely.
to say. Women, lean into your femininity.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Strong.
Tell us
powerful.
about that. Men, understand your purpose in life. Lean into your
masculinity. Going to say understand your place.
They do have a place. Men, you do have a place. You have a purpose. You have a purpose to lead, provide, and protect.
If no one told you, men, you're beautiful.
Yes, you are. Especially this one right here. Hey, like, share, comment, hit the notification
subscribe
button.
If you haven't already.
For Angelina Lowe, subscribe.
Yes,
subscribe
please.
For her. We love to hear more from our community. We are your political innovators.
Yes, we are.
Here at the J in Washington Network. We got so much to offer. We'll see you the next time.
Yes, see ya. Bye.